happening. We got right now it is going to be FinnaHeadOut going up against I believe this is Rem, if I'm not mistaken.
Fortnite on the Eno.
Yeah.
This is a character that has caused me all sorts of trouble over the course of this game, but has taken a few, like beatings in the patch notes as time went on. I think they're still pretty strong, but they have a little bit more trouble in the process of getting in. Once they're there, though, it's like any other Vortex character. When you're guessing, it feels very bad against this character.
Yeah, and I mean the character hasn't been super loved from the developers in those last couple of patches, so it's interesting to see players still pick this up. Like you look at like a player like Idom, they actually swapped away from Eno to Testament, who has been receiving a lot of love in these patch notes. So right now, FinnaHeadOut definitely took a hard loss in that first round, but certainly making up for it.
Yeah, good adjustments here, controlling the pace a little bit more in round 2, but when you're talking about an Eno player, you're talking about a character specialist. They know the burst baits, they know the pressure. Everything is going to be pretty dialed in. No one picks up this character to get free wins anymore. Like it's about the style, and so you're dealing with someone who is comfortable with the style. And look at this turnaround. You thought Finna had a chance here, and right now they're scrambling for air, and the DP comes out, no punish unfortunately, but the stroke will come through to bring that all the way back around from a near perfect. With that, it looks like either a bone saw or what, but
so we got mixed. So the Eno player was actually Tensorial. So right now we got Rem on this Nagoriyuki, gonna be going up against Stingray's Baiken, and already looking to continue the train that their teammates started.
Yeah, absolutely doing Nago damage here. We do have the Kurosawa matchup. I don't think this is going to be 3.5 hours, though.
No.
1 up for Rem. But, Baiken also has the high damage output, has the tricks of the trade. I think this character is really interesting, very straightforward at surface level, but more and more depth as players are finding out. And really fun to play.
Yeah.
But you got to get that party started. 1 knockdown, you can get into Vortex. But it can be hard to get that knockdown in neutral versus someone like Nagoriyuki, who has just amazing tools.
Especially nowadays. Well, I say nowadays.
Again.
He's not feeling great this patch. Some doomers are talking about Nagoriyuki and the defense buffs, but that was a good start there. Actually, that's going to be it. That's 2-0.
You don't need to worry about defense so much. Punished. And then you're taking extra damage until that's all over, and you can't approach either with your specials, so it can be tough. But we're not going to see that just yet. We are going to see WitchHazel on the Bridget and Mynus on the Eno.
Yeah, so this is, like you mentioned earlier, if Eno is back to the wall, not great, not having a fun time, not enjoying life. But when they're on the offense, she can put it out. But Bridget also just crushes defense. I mean, look at her. She's whipping across the screen, and that's huge. That was a massive counter hit.
The damage on this is going to be pretty solid. I think Akara could have ended that round, but we have good Oki situation, and the BRC into trade, we take those. Very favorable with that kind of life lead. And yeah, these players, or characters rather, are in some ways playing the same game. Once you get that 1 knockdown, the pressure is so terrifying from either of these characters. One thing though, Bridget with the reversal option, which if you have meter can be RC'd to safety and even mix up, that does sometimes sway things in Bridget's favor. Oh, this trap in the corner is so good.
That might kill.
2H coming in after the fireball. It is so hard to jump out of that, and getting clipped there, so much damage. Something that you didn't think Bridget could do for a little while, but post-patch, we're seeing.
I'm a little disappointed in Sin personally, but I've seen some great pilots of this character out there, so hopefully we get that from Sway.
Yeah, I think Sway was on the Axel initially, and that character is kind of back in form. I wonder if Sway's had a chance to play with Axel again, but Sin I think is solid. Sin is it seems like a very simple character on the face, but any of these DLC characters take a little bit of time to develop, even if they are straightforward, because you want to get those pressure strings. You want to know where the gaps are in them to exploit your own offense.
Super nice backdash there.
Spin players are only going to get better, but rough Gold Burst trying to vie for a little bit extra meter there, and the block and punish from Kaz really solid. The come down Nago. That move is so nasty. The first one is so scary, and then you're like, I have a chance. You never had a chance.
That's a feels bad moment because you know that it didn't have to be that way. It's how it was.
Yeah, I decided to swing. You know, maybe could get the whiff punish. Not gonna work out.
Oh, great
Ooh,
backdash.
Decent punish. Mid-screen Tyrant Rave doesn't really give you a lot of Okuzeme options, but you get the snack full screen. Get sort of a little buff. I'm sure at least one person in chat knows which buff that was. You can let us know.
I think I saw green flash. I think it was green
flash.
chat.
All right. Everyone knows green flash. That's the one you want. Definitely the one you want. Oh, misses the extension and the burst out. Yeah, the panic burst might have been able to get a punish without that.
I love that.
Dive kicking out of here, and
that was sick.
Right there. Not a lot of damage on the board, but finds a little kill. This is still seeing Nago feeling pretty healthy, even after the nerfs.
Yeah,
and I was level 2 blood.
I really liked what we saw from Sway there. You saw Wally in the air. They wanted to use the dive kick to reposition. You saw the screen flash from Kaz using an RC, and the immediate response from Sway was, I'm also going to RC, but I'm still going to dive kick to safety. And they were able to get a punish there. And look at this. We're going through the wall. No Oki.
Staggering those air options just to stay safe. Really important, especially with DRC on deck. Okay, red RC on deck. That's not too bad for damage.
Oh, you got hit again? This is a tough spot to be in for Sin, right? Because you're super outranged. I think you're dead. You're dead.
This character is built on this idea of having like really good range and outboxing other characters, and in Xrd.
Our next matchup on screen is gonna be YoYoMaster going up against Maelrawn.
Yeah.
And we got Bridget back on deck. Happy Chaos already in the corner. What are you gonna do? How do you get out of here?
Happy Chaos is scary for everybody, right? Like definitely the boogeyman character in Strive right now. But I think Bridget does fairly well. Has some ways to close the gap that other characters don't. And again, when you have the corner here, Bridget's offense really strong. So I think YoYoMaster positioned pretty well in the character matchup, if nothing else, and showing it off. Very clean pressure. Nice, look at that.
I think one of the best things, yeah, just right through the wall. One of the best things in this matchup that you can do as a Bridget, and I'm gonna say it, and you're gonna be like, "Well, duh, Doctor." Dodge Curse. You have so many ways to adjust your air timings or your approach or anything like that, because the curse is what gets that lock on so much faster. And look at how fast you can close the gap. Like, you were cursed, so he got the aimbot, but if you weren't cursed, maybe you got through. Maybe you slipped past the hail of bullets.
Yeah, having the air mobility is really important. It's definitely something that separates the awful matchups from like the okay ones. Because we just saw that initially that round started with the curse, and then you're just sitting on a bunch of chip damage if nothing else. Oh, that dust. All right, Maelrawn. But okay, we're finding our way out. It's still in neutral and just jumping away, finding the curse.
Nope. It's
taking
such
the
a
clone,
huge gap.
Just setting up shop there, right? Like, if you have one shot left and as a Happy Chaos player, you're sitting on like a fairly full life bar, spend a little bit of that. Like, it's not going to stay perfect on screen anymore. Might as well. Yeah.
And it's, you still have so much chip to worry about as well. Just being able to rip these bullets out, even if your concentration starts dipping.
Yo-Yo not as useful in this matchup, but the gun trades very well with it. Yo-Yo kind of just like goes away like some fireballs do when you get hit. And even the placement of it, if you're using the one that comes back, that will go away if you have to block. You're always blocking against this character. And when you're not, you're running into a situation like we see here. Seasoned Nagoriyuki player, definitely not the first time they've played against Happy Chaos, but I've seen 5,000 points on that screen, so they probably have at least a solid game plan here. And yeah, right there, burst, just keeping the corner. Gonna ask the Happy Chaos player here, SquideLuke, to make the first move.
You got to get out of this corner somehow, but this is a huge opening. These Happy Chaos combos.
Okay, no, hold on. We dropped the combo.
And you exploded!
Okay, sure, yeah. That's one way to do it.
Oh my. That is every level unfortunate, but here we go.
Yeah, pull your weight's been a lot of fun, but I'm waiting for the Finish Your Plate tournament after, because I think that that's one where Dwarl Warberry is going to be exceeding.
That's a huge pickup there. Actually, how would we run that tournament? We'll put it in the chat later. We'll keep an eye on. Does jump out of that command grab. Jumps out of it again. All right, SquideLuke finally getting a chance. That level 2 blood means that Nago gonna be taking quite a bit of damage.
And we're seeing some meter management here. SquideLuke down to 1 bullet. Nice concentration, but yeah, taking this full screen opportunity to reload. There was a moment where Dwarl, if they had seen resources, they might have been able to get a little bit more pressure going, but not going to need it. Finding just a big hit with that sword. It's what you're trying to do with Nago. You close the gap.
We got YoYoMaster on the P1 side, SquideLuke on the P2. And look at that, we're already whiffing shots. No aimbot yet. Command grab?
Oh, nice command grab. Okay, so we're going for the follow-up yo-yo.
Man, that command grab is still so grimy.
Look at the lockdown here.
6P.
Staying on 6P.
Roll through
Now
still.
you know that with the 6P is coming, you can go for that fake out down into like a far out 2S. Try to keep that corner next time you find it. Okay, burst coming out. Full screen, very good for this character. All right, Roger with the assist.
Yeah, both of these
and
characters.
closing the gap, that's a combo, nice.
Oh, nice though. Down
good
low.
low.
That
Look at the follow-up from that.
Oh, with the wall plus the damage, true damage. Round 1 in the book.
I never think that yo-yo is gonna kill.
It's deceptive, right?
Yeah.
You're sending out the projectile, but the wall break is insane.
A little extra.
So.
Okay, nice. And see, that's all you need. Any long range hit from Bridget goes into roller skates and Oki. So that's what I'm talking about with the matchup being not the worst in the world. You get to close those gaps a little early. In neutral, you're suffering like anybody else's, but you get dividends paid on knockdown, and finding that knockdown into some pressure for this character is not so bad.
No, I think her ranged game is near tippity top tier. It can look janky going up against Happy Chaos, who's just so much better.
Flash on that 6P.
That was crazy. It is unfortunate for SquideLuke there, but hey, it's a 2-piece button. You got to be aware of that.
Like, we've just been swinging. We're walking the dog. Oh, gold burst. Never mind. Might be shooting the moon.
Out of bullets. Plenty of time for a reload. The run up 5D gunshot. Cheap. Cheap.
Yeah, Happy Chaos too scary sometimes. I think that YoYoMaster just saw the curse and decided to play it safe, but it's too safe. There is no way to capitalize. We just have to find a little bit of damage in order to get this one for YoYoMaster, and whipping 5Ks, wants to find anything. Good defense from SquideLuke, but no on one approach. That far heavy's going to do with players.
We're heading into this matchup, chat. It is Zaylon going up against Symbolist. So we got the young Chipp President-elect going up against Protagonist Protection Soul Badguy.
Oh man, this character is just melting Chipp.
Oh,
I love Saul. Saul is like kind of the same vibe every single game. It never feels like Saul is not Saul. Like you have some like basic things that just feel so overtuned for some reason.
Like that.
But like the character is like arguably just like solid, like not too scary anymore. But when you're getting hit, it's so scary.
Right, and he's been from his heyday of 1.0 Guilty Gear Strive, different character.
Yeah,
right,
it was a different time.
Night and day. Got the
look at that
Uzumaki
extension.
Barrage. You're dead. Dunzo.
Nice.
Round
I wasn't
3.
sure that was going to break the wall. Sometimes there's a little bit of a weird range there with these supers. But, yeah, Zaylon going to be happy to have it, evening up the rounds here. And again, we're in that best of one. You really got to make it count.
Oh, that is a huge close slash coming up there. And look at the conversion for the damage. How can Zaylon get out of this corner? They got the tools.
Oh, found it. Nice jump out.
Gets the pressure going.
Jump instead. Nice.
Oh,
the throw.
Was that a
the turnaround is so sick.
Still alive. Oh, that dust could have been it.
Oh, the 6P. Wow, 2K into 6P. Just to, like, it beats the Clash at scary character. Very strong now. I think they were pretty strong before, just, again, in that development stage of a new character. But talking about characters with a curse, that Raven, that stain, they call it, so nasty.
It's brutal once you get trapped into the loop of having to block all those extra hits. And it's kind of cheap. I talk about puppet characters, right, when it comes to Dust, right? The 5D followed up by Puppet whatever. And I always count Testament and Happy Chaos in those characters too, especially with Stain State, right? Because you block 5 Dust, you're still blocking because of the explosion or gunshot, right? It is brutal.
Yeah, it's a unique extension. Oh, good jump out. It's funny. This is pretty even considering it feels like Justin's had the corner for the whole match, but refusing to block here, getting the red RC out, but being tagged low, and this extension should round it out for round 1 for Elucid.
Good start there. Looking
That, like,
to
mud color for all the fireballs. Wicked
it's
gross.
actually it's actually not that bad. I actually like this color. It is, you know.
Oh, I mean, gross is a good thing. It's gnarly. I think the
yeah,
color's
yeah.
great too.
Yeah, I think Testament looking really good here. Not health department wise though. Oh, is that enough?
No.
Oh, you got the PRC.
HP looking a little low, but yeah, unfortunate PRC. We're gonna go for the OTG here. That'll do just enough for Justin to even up the rounds. And yeah, amazing redesign on this character. I think they're playing more and more like Old Testament as time goes on. It feels like the traps
Ooh.
and just like the nasty zoning, but
I feel like it's tough to zone out Badguy though, right? Like he's got so much movement, whether it's on the ground or in the air. Like we're not seeing a ton of it, but we are seeing these like airborne revolver approaches. And right here we got the forward throw, sets up with the Grave Reaper.
look at this lockdown. It's you know, the character's got a lot of good movement options, but you have to
6P?
get them started. You have to give them the opportunity to make that choice.
6P? Are you dead?
Is that combo? Oh wow, yeah,
That
that's 100 meter.
combos? Yo!
All right, okay. 6P into super is something I don't see too frequently, but easy check and
Zato!
oh yeah, million character. First time in this tournament, we'll be seeing Zato, but oh wow, okay, the Gamma Blade into bite, Brain Trap, I guess, really nasty. So here we're seeing Blood Pop.
Oh.
This is looking really bad. Okay, burst, nice, keeping it. I guess you could argue safe. I mean, that's still half your life bar, but maybe TestYourLuck doesn't need it.
It could have been so much worse though, right? Like Zato is one of those.
Oh yeah.
One of the best characters, honestly, at punishing those blood explosions, right? Like if you,
Combo's going forever.
or even just the command grab, we saw it whiff right there and get punished appropriately. But Zato's command grab is so long; it does so much damage once that health
you
bar's
just run up
taken.
the command grab. That is probably the move there, knowing that TestYourLuck has burst to get the most out of that blood state. But wow, the
Look at the
jump
damage.
dust combo with the wall bounce extension, and we are looking at more than half HP gone from Zato. This character still does damage. I'll say it again.
That is something I don't think they're ever gonna take away. There,
Oh, the burst bait.
yeah. I think
Very
Nago
tactical.
looking to get the second Ramlethal. I think Somnium can do this. I think Ramlethal, pretty good spot. You just have to, again, be aware of what Happy Chaos can do to you.
Yeah, it's scary. As soon as Happy Chaos has advantage, you're fighting for your life. It doesn't matter what character you play. And the neutral state is pretty good for him too, but Ram does that damage and has great corner pressure and has pretty good tools to fight back in neutral, depending on the spacing.
And I do think that if Somnium can get control of this corner, which doesn't, it's not going to be this round. It has to be this next round, which is set point
Yep.
here.
Corner's gone. Blew the glass off of
I
it.
lied. This isn't set point because this would take us to a game 3. That was huge.
Yeah.
Big pizza cutter to start the round.
Oh, the run out 2D just to regain the situation, and you're always in the corner against Happy Chaos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's like Crusader. In
Oh,
DNF.
what a bait.
MJ's so good. MJKurase is just so good at this character.
Yeah, that was so dainty. Just like ran up, little backdash, right as it was time. You know, like just so tactical through and through.
So
Yeah, that was a mop. That's crazy. And
too on point. So hopefully we get to see a little bit more from them right now.
yeah, I think Ram can be kind of feast or famine against a high offense character. You're really excelling in neutral with this character, and you have pretty good offensive options of your own, but on defense, you're trying to poke out just like anybody else is. And right
big
here,
pickup.
you're playing against one of those characters with just some of the best high-lows in the game, some of the best extensions off of those. It'd be really tough. You gotta get it started, but still a huge possibility for a comeback. I don't know how
Especially
many times
now.
we've seen Latif go from full life to 0 against this character and on a stream clip, so it could happen to you too. But no, we're gonna reverse the situation, find a hit. DomiWurld going up around and looking to bring this back for their team for set point.
Yeah, and we saw the corner pressure there coming out from Somnium. They took a breath, whether it was to reset or get a burst or something like that. But that was all that Domi needed to get back in control. This time though, not letting off the gas, completely into the wall we go. Goes through. Kind of risky.
Oh, it didn't hit. That sucks.
Yeah, kind of risky. Both swords too. Oh no. This is a horrible position to find yourself in. Full screen away from your weaponry. They went for the Mortal Bato?
I don't need them for anything.
Swordless?
Range isn't as good when you've got no weapons on you, but it's pretty good with both of them, so I think you'll make do, right?
I guess. That is such a ballsy call, but it worked out there for Somnium. They take us to a round 3. Set point on either side.
Nice poke out.
Yo, where did that sword go? It vanished. Needs to dash forward to get the pickup. Can't quite get it.
Backdash.
All right, they're re-equipped, but now you're back against the wall dealing with Zato pressure.
I don't know what they were afraid of there. Just trying to maybe bait a throw, but now looking very low on health. Okay, nice.
Works.
A little close to the corner. 6P's coming out.
Just mashing. Oh, the jab check! That's huge, and it's going to be able to close out the set. MJKurase, DomiWurld taking it 2-1.
Yeah, this can be a tough one for Kai. You're running into a similar issue that we were talking about with Sin, where in neutral, you just get like fully outranged by Nago's toolset. That being said, you can make that good inroad right there. The slide, 5-frame slide, that is always going to be your way into a good situation as Kai. You really want to have the meter to back it up, but
Gold burst?
okay. There's the meter for you.
Yeah,
100 of it.
Big start.
That'll do.
Went for the burst safe route. Gonna go through the wall here. Can't break the wall, or didn't break the wall, excuse me, with an overdrive, which would have given them that safe jump Oki, but they approach regardless. And why didn't that work? Why didn't the grab connect?
I think it was a jump out.
I thought the jump was so late though.
Yeah, it could have been some end hit stun that they didn't account for, but they got right out of there.
Just completely out of frame. Sets up the heavy fireball here. Look at that shock state. Plus frames galore. Oh, they had the read.
Yeah, they knew something was happening there, but maybe we were trying to go for something. Hello?
This is a new one, chat. I think it's just chugging. I think it's just chugging. I think we're still in here. I think we're safe.
We're living. All right. Gentle person's agreement here to suss out the spike.
Friendly reminder, chat, that if you do experience lag like that, do let the TOs know in the Discord server. So in that same, yeah, and I see Fern in there.
Yeah.
So we'll get that taken care of, chat. Right now we're just kind of chilling.
The server hiccup.
Yeah, it happens. Like we said a couple times here tonight, we're in the digital age now, chat. We just make do with what we can. So TOs will get taken care of, chat. So you know what? Let's take a look at that Matcherino again, chat. Exclamation point Matcherino. I see you, Mufasa. Mufasa, do the thing for me. Exclamation point Matcherino. Let me know. But yeah, go ahead. We still got some codes left, chat, which means there is still the easiest way to support, and it's super simple. Exclamation point Matcherino. Click the PYW Strive link. I think they're playing. I think they're actually
Hard to tell, yeah. I don't know if they are just fooling around on this round and they're gonna run it back, but if they're feeling comfy, they can keep the best of one. This could have been the rare opportunity for that mid-set adjustment before you get knocked into redemption bracket, you know?
Yeah.
It looks like a real match to me. Okay,
now
blood
it
pop,
does, yeah.
Who's to say?
We got the blood pop here. It looks like they're
kill.
trying. Stun Dipper into the red RC. Yeah. Chat, I do apologize. I was trying to keep an eye on the Discord because I didn't know if we were going to reset that, but we do what we can. GG shake my hand. So this is YoYoMaster.
Yeah, YoYoMaster and Fern and Chetoo.
Chetoo, yeah.
Is it Chetoo?
Chetoo. I believe that is the appropriate pronunciation.
Sounds good to me.
And chat can correct me as always, but shout outs to Nine Moons. Those guys are great. Definitely lots of great players over there. Yeah, they're bananas.
All right, so I like the immediate adjustment there to go for the way back yo-yo. It doesn't hit on the way in. You're always going to be trading poorly with Sonic Boom, so setting that up gives you at least a little bit of pressure after the Sonic Boom to say like, hey, like maybe you know, think twice.
Yeah, try to hold that. But we got the danger time. Oh, the armor's through, gets the hit. Oh, actually, who won? Oh. Who won the first match, chat? I actually, because of the whole connection thing, I didn't mark it. Chat, let me know who won game 1. But either way, we got Chetoo up around here. YoYoMaster had some good stuff. There was the one unfortunate DP whiff that they got beaten up for. But outside of that, I don't think they're playing the matchup too poorly.
Good 6P. Very clean. Chetoo just has a lot of these fundamentals, something that we would, you know, I think coming into this game, you'd always clown on Leo players for just kind of like going all the way in, but there's a handful of really amazing players that make this character look so clean, and Chetoo definitely part of that pantheon.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is a lot of
going on here. Server's crazy tonight.
Yeah, lots of gamers on the internet playing some Guilty Gear Strive. But yeah, what I was gonna say is you know, a couple patches ago, actually 2.0 patch came out, and you know, Leo did receive some nerfs, or some adjustments, I should say. And people were like, yeah, he's just not as good anymore. There's so many better characters. And then we started still seeing players like Chetoo and Razo still, you know, picking the character, making things work, making deep tournament runs. And now people are like, no, Leo's goated. Leo's so good. And then, you know, the last patch came out, and he's like, he's crazy again.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think the character, like in
any of these counter pokes that Itachi's Legacy is throwing out, wow, the patience to wait for the kite, but still comes down with a button. Does Itachi's Legacy, are we going to stay same side? Yes, we are. We're going to go for the throw on the reset. A second throw? That was going to be 3.
Yes, yes. You always go for 3.